When I drive for the Rainbow Beach Nursing Center, I get a lot of weird people that ride my bus. And this happened probably a year or 2 years ago. But I was pulling up in front of the Rainbow Beach Nursing Center, and when well, there's right outside the nursing center, there's a fence. So a lot of the people, when they know we come around the same time every week, so there'll be 10 or 15 people just lined up by the fence. And then we pull up, they'll run inside and check out and then come get on the bus. So one week I pull up to the nursing home center, like always, been doing this for how many years. And I pull up and I notice there's a black guy, probably in his 40s, and he's kind of skinny, but he's very friendly. And he's just standing by the, up up against this nice brick fence thing, and he's waving to everybody. But first there's nobody around. There's just the street I'm on, no cars are going across. There's a railroad track there, and then there's another street, going the other way. And this guy is just standing against this fence. He's just going, hey, hey. He's just kind of, hey, he's kind of going like this, and he's just, he's waving to everybody, very, very friendly, just, but there's nobody there. And they go, something's wrong with this guy, It's just, he's thumbs up and just just kind of nodding, and so after a couple minutes of that, he comes and gets on the bus, and I said, boy, you're really friendly. I said, who are you waving at? And he said, it's a black guy, and he talks the ghetto black kind. And he said, I be waving to the GLOW people, the GLOW. I be waving to the GLOW people. He's very dramatic. And I said, the GLOW people? What are the GLOW people? And he goes, and he's very, moves his hands like this. And he goes, when you get saved, he says God gives you a GLOW people to protect you. And he's talking about guardian angels. And I go, yeah, I believe that, And he said, I've been seeing GLOW people now for about 5 or 6 years. And he says, I don't know what happened, just one day I started seeing the GLOW people. And he goes, I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and he said, you probably can't see them, but your GLOW people be sitting there right behind you. And I go, you're right, I don't see them. And I said, what's he doing? And he says, well, he'd just be waiting because he know you're going to be driving the bus shortly. And then I says, well, what does the GLOW people do? And he says, well, when you be driving, he says, like, they kind of know a little bit ahead something might happen. So, like, if he knows the car going to run a red light or something, he'll get right up in your ear, and he'll yell at you, and he'll go, hey, watch out! Pay attention! Watch out! Very, very good. And then, because you just kind of be driving along like this, and you watch out! Just, okay, And then if somebody does run through the red light or something, you're already prepared. You got your mind going, And I said, okay, And then he goes, I said, are there any? I said, all the people you were waving to, whose GLOW people are those? And he said, well, they just kind of be going up and down the railroad. He said, those would be like extra GLOW people. People like their people might have died or something, and then got it reassigned. And he said, they just kind of be going up and down the tracks, because a lot of accidents happened at tracks. And a lot more accidents would happen at tracks if you didn't have the GLOW people there. And he says, so I see the GLOW people, and they see me, and I just wave, and they wave back. And this is really, we have a good relationship with the GLOW people. And I said, well, how many? At the time, there was probably 15 or 20 people on the bus. So I asked him, I said, now, are there any other GLOW people on the bus? And he looks around and goes, yeah. He said, there'll be about 5 or 6 GLOW people on here. And there's like 10 people on the bus or so. He says, not everybody got a GLOW people, because you got to be saved before God gives you a GLOW people. And I said, there'll be 5 or 6 GLOW people on here. And I said, now what do they do when I'm driving? I said, do they just sit by their person, or what do they do? And he said, well, you ever notice like sometimes somebody will be sitting in a seat and they'll just get up and move to a different seat? And I said, yeah, I've noticed that. And he said, well, because sometimes the GLOW people might say, the place you in might not be the best place. You better sit over on this seat instead of that seat. And so sometimes that's the GLOW people telling them to do that. But he said, when you be driving, he said, especially when you be driving, he said, what will happen is sometimes because see, the GLOW people, they're there to protect their people, but you be there, and you're driving the bus, so if you crash, they get hurt. So the GLOW people, they come and they help you when you be driving. And he says, sometimes you'll be driving, and you have like 6 or 10 people around, glow people all around you. And they're all looking at you, and they're all going, hey, watch out, be careful, you know, and you watch out. And then I said, okay. And I said, he goes, now, you know what, he says, I've been going to your church for a couple of weeks now. And he says, you know what, I really like your church. He said, I really like your pastor, Pastor Scott. And then I really like your church. He said, you know what I like most about your church? I go, nope. He says, I go to some churches, and there ain't no glow people at that church. And he says, I go to your church, and you got thousands of glow people in your church. And so then he just goes, he says, well, he says, my glow people be telling me it's time to sit down now. I said enough. So he just goes, he walks down the aisle of the bus. That's it.